My brick fans, we got another 2 bags tonight. I had to apologize. My sinuses. I've been outside all day, helping out with our school fun run. Okay, so we've been doing like running around playing with the kids. I've been outside all day, and my sinuses are just absolutely killing me. 3, 3, 3, and 3. So we need 2 of these 2x12s, which I'm gonna kind of set over here. Now I brought this in the here. Let me see if I can get another little. Oh my goodness! Whatever is blowing in, it's not good. I brought this in. We don't actually really need it because we're working on the next floor up, but I figured we will place it so we can look at it at one point. And you know, you might wanna see what it looks like. Let's see. So we got 6 by 8, 6, 6. That's 6 by 10. There's a lot in here. You know what? I'm gonna have to open this back up just a little bit more. Okay. So we got a 16, 16. So 4, 4. Wait, 4, 4, 4, and 4, 4, 4, 4, 4. 4 times 4 is 16. We need one of those. We need an 8 by 16, so that should be half of it, which is right there. Oh my goodness. We should have a 6 by 8, 4 and 4, 3 and 3, one of those. Like I said, whatever is blowing through right now. 3, 3, 3, and 3. We need, how many of these? 6 of them. 6 1 by 12s. So we got 3, 4, 5, maybe one more. Is that 6? Yeah. 2 of those. 2 by 14. So that's kind of a weird size, but 2, 4, 4, 4, and then 2. So that's 14. And then a 2 by 16. Now this one should be, that's 2 by 12, right? Yes. So if we were to take this and place it right here, 2 more, that's 14. Okay. And it looks like all my goodness. Looks like all this can go back in here. Or let me rephrase that. All this can go here. The other bag of stuff can go over there. And we're going to be putting together the next stage of our piece. I have a feeling we'll need these big pieces here in a minute. Now we do have leftover flowers, which once I'm done, I will probably mock those into something. Put that together there with that. I'm keeping, of course, my number bags. I've been keeping those just because I do plan on using those. If I ever take this apart, I can use number bags and have it go right back into order. Take it apart based on the booklet sort of thing. So, yeah, I'm not going to get rid of it. Okay, so this stage we are working on, it looks like the floor and the top office. So it's a hardware store, office, and then on the top it's a fixer-upper apartment that doesn't seem to be doing its absolute best based on the description of it and what it has. But yeah, I think it'll be kind of cool. We do have, oh, we got a rug there. We don't have the oh my goodness, we don't have the printed piece for the sign in this one. I think that's in like one of the next bags. All right, we're building this portion here. Let's get started. All right. Wow, out of the gate there's quite a bit. So we got a 6 by 16. These can go over there. We've got One 1x4, one 2x2, one 1x4, a 2x4, 2x16, a 2x10. Let's see. There are 5, 5, 2x10, a 1x12, 10, 12. We need 3 of those. 1, 2, and 3. And then we need a 2 and 14. So let's see. That's 12. That's 16. I don't think that's it. If these are 12. You go 2 more. 14. And then the 2x16. So we do need that. And then this. Quite a bit. Quite a bit on that first step. I'm actually kind of shocked that it's that much, but yeah, there's quite a bit on that first step. Alright, so let's take a look. We need, okay, this and then this going back to back, right? Yeah. And then a 2x4. Ooh. Okay. Here's what we're going to have to do. I'm going to do what's called a reverse build, because they're wanting us to put the plate on top of this, but it's a plate to plate. That's very, very, very hard to do. So we know that we're going 4 in right here, and then we're going to be going down. Am I correct? Yes. So this should stick out. So 4, and then I'll have to count it right here. Well, let's see. It sticks out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so it's probably the 16. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, 16. And then we have the 4, the 6, which should go out right to there. That. And then this one. This is kind of a, this right here feels a bit of an odd dock for, it's, so there's a lot here. Let me adjust this just a little bit more. What it is, there's a lot being done at one time. There we go. That gives us a little bit more room. There's a lot being done at one time. There we go. That's a little bit better. There's a lot being shoehorned in this at one time, and it's not, it's kind of like, you know, it's almost too much. But again, you know, this is plate starting, and this is normally, in some ways, this is normally how it goes. 2 studs down, put it right there. That goes right across the center to reinforce that, but we want to press those studs down. Now, looking plate to plate, if you look here, we are getting a little bit of a bend. So my hope is that as we're putting the other things on, that'll straighten some of that out. Because look, it's starting, it's pulling. We got plate warping here where it's pulling. That's kind of concerning. That it seems like some aspects of the clutch on this might be too much. Alright, so put that over here. We need a 8x16, 2x6, it's a 2x8, and a 2x12, 1. So we got one of each of these. So, with that, yeah, this is going to go right here. Looks like the longest one. Actually, we'll put this one right on the end. Boom. This should line up here. We'll count them. How many do we have left? 4. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, I see. We got to go down 1. going down one, and that should leave us with 5 studs exposed. This is plating right to here. Alright, there we go. I got that settled right there. That's the way that should look now. It is pulling a little bit, however, I do feel that when we put the other thing on, it's not pulling quite so bad. Okay, check this. Okay, I'm just checking. The dog's just barking for no reason. Well, I say no reason, but she does bark a lot, and sometimes it's someone like bringing their can in. She's like, "Oh, alert, alert!" Bringing their can in. I have to remind her. I'm like, "Pup, pup. We don't need to bark at everybody." But what do I know? Okay, so this is going to, let's see, is that let's check this one. Not sure that is a, yeah, it is 3, 3, 3, and 3. I think my concern is that I'm looking and I'm like, wait a second, this doesn't look like, it goes here, this goes here, this should go right here on the end. For some reason that didn't look right when I was looking at the thing. I was like, that doesn't add up, but it was right. Just didn't look the way I was expecting, I guess. Okay, so we're gonna pinch these plates down just like this. Kind of make sure. And again, it is warping a little bit. Same thing happened actually with, I think it was one of my BBTiloBrix sets where I was putting the plates down. It was bending a little bit. I was like, alright, that's not good. But it kind of corrected itself as we put tiles and things on top of it. Alright, so we need a 2x10, or sorry, 2x12, one, what is that, 1x8, two of these, or no, one 1x2, and it looks like we're going with a darker 2 of these 1x2s that are dark, and it's just a small tonal difference in this, which is kind of interesting. And then we've got 1, 2, 3 tiles. Looks like a 1x1, 4 of the 1x1 tiles in cream, and then it looks like a one more tile, but this one is a 1x1 in the darker reddish color. My goodness. Okay, so this is plating down to here. It's going along the back, and I have a feeling we're building wall, either building wall up to this or it's porch. But you know, honestly, looking at it, if it's going, it would probably go this way. So if it goes this way on top, then this is going right into the apartment. This might be like a porch, or maybe the porch will be over here. I can't remember, but I do know that there's a porch or something in this part of the build somewhere. Just not quite sure where it is right now. Alright, so we're gonna put our individual tiles on. So the last time we had blue and white tiles on the hardware floor. This time we're getting some kind of tan, or not even tan, this is like a, oh my goodness, what do you call it? It's like burnt sienna and cream. Interesting color palette. Oh, that's not what I needed. wrong one. However, that does need to go right over here. Okay, this one goes here. And I do believe this is probably like something that we're going to be putting furniture on. That's probably what's going to be happening. Alright. There we go. And more tiles. And I have a feeling probably bag 7 will probably be my least favorite bag. I know bag 6 was complicated. I will admit that. It was great. And some of the stuff in the build is like just really, really, really cool. But that was a complicated bag. Very complex. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then 11, right? And then we need another 1 by 1. There we go. We have an L plate, or I'm sorry, an L tile. And I've got to keep in mind, so we've got 2 different tones of colors. So that's something I need to make sure I'm paying attention to as I go, as I've got the colors correct. Alright, here we go. So we've got 1 and 2. 1, 2. This goes here. So this is almost like a is it parquet type of floor that does say lots and lots of different tile work. But it does this weird kind of like almost like design dance, if I remember correctly. Just can't remember what they're called. It's something particular. I just can't remember what it's called. Let's see. I apologize to those who are like, dude, bros going through coughing fits right now. I am. This is not a. But whatever it is that's going on, it does not feel very good. It's boom, 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 and boom. I think I have royally messed this one up quite a bit. I'm gonna actually have to probably do a count on this. Let me get my beats going, so at least I've got something here. All right, so brown, cream, brown, 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 cream, brown, brown, cream, modified. Here. This one goes here. And the center should have 2, right? And 2, so if I go plate, tile, tan, there, modify, there, tan, tile, 2 going this way, boom, boom, and then 1, and then L bracket, right underneath, and then tile, and then plate. There's going to be a lot of counting in this one. I can feel it, I sense it. On the nose, I already know there's going to be quite a bit to this. And I mean, it's a complex floor, so it makes sense that we're getting that much. But yeah, this is gonna take quite a bit of some extra. I'm not really, I guess, expecting after a long day. I'm not gonna say it's bad though. I mean, I like building. I think that's especially like building when I'm not drowning in sinuses right now. God. So I'm in Texas. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10, 11, and 12. I'm in Texas, and we've been, we had a bunch of snow at one point where I'm at, and it got cold and froze over, and we couldn't go anywhere. And I was like, that's fine. And I was more afraid that how our weather goes. It's like it gets cold and then it gets hot. That's the sometimes the nature of Texas weather, how it works. Well, I was more afraid that it was like, hey, it's gonna get cold, it's gonna get everything wet, we're gonna have all these problems, and then it's gonna get really warm and muggy, and all the mold's gonna come out. And I was like, more than anything, it's gonna be mold season basically. And I haven't seen much of the mold, but with this new system that's coming in of storms that are on their way, the problem I have is that the cedar, I'm guessing it's cedar, that is blowing in is really, really, really aggravating all of my sinuses. And the problem I have is that I'm on a 24-hour medication, and I'm on a 4-hour, and then I had to get on another 4-hour, and I'll probably have to take, like, before I go to bed tonight, I'll probably have to take like another sinus medicine. It is so bad. I don't ever remember my sinuses being quite this bad, but this year right now, what's going on, it's not good. It is totally not good. They are extremely aggravated, my sinuses right now, and not in a good way at all. Okay, I think I got all that set right there. So I think all of this is done. Straighten up that tile there. Okay, make sure everything's pressed down. I'm noticing now that with the tiles, it's starting to pull those plates back, but the plates underneath are trying to separate, so we just kind of keep pressing them down, make sure they're clutched in. Okay, so more tiles. 1, 2. Let's see, we've got, what is that? 5, and then 7. Now 13. So there's 3. 5, that is 8, and we'll need 5 more. And if you're like 8, well, I pulled 3, and then I know 3 from 13 is 10, and I take 10, divide it in half, so 5 and 5. And sometimes it's easier for me to pull instead of trying to count them over and over and over and over and over. Okay, so we're on 186. Going up here, so 1, and then cream, and then a cream. 1 down. 1 this way. And then a cream. And then 1, 2, cream. 1 and 2. Here, cream. Here, cream. Alright, now, here we gotta go up to 1 and 2. 1, 2. Math, right? Am I right? Oh, man, this is not good. Down to 1 and 2. And then here, we've got 1, 2. And then, nope. Is it 1? Oh, man. Okay. That's the way it's supposed to look. Alright, so we got that settled. Oh, man. Alright. Like I said, I'm drowning in this stuff. You know, I was sitting there thinking about, because, like, Saturdays is my day when I do, like, TikTok, and I do a little bit more, like, personal lives. I'm not up late, just kind of doing a, oh, God. Just doing a build for, you know, for me to take notes or review purposes, right? So, kind of get on there. It's a little bit more of a show. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. And then one more L tile right here. Okay. Depending, I might actually have to, you know, I was trying to muscle through this, but be quite honest right now, with how I'm feeling, I might actually have to stop. Seems kind of wild that that's the case, but this is whatever whatever is blowing in, it's hurting. Like, even my throat is hurting. It's not feeling very good. I would say that this particular build, if we had the online instructions, where they're kind of showing brick per brick, you know, where they land, that sort of thing for this would be absolutely genius, because the tile work here is so intricate. I think having that step for step for step would actually be pretty smart. Okay, so boom, boom, right, across, 1, down, down, and then this one right here. Okay. Okay, and then we got 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. We have 12, so we're gonna go 2, 4, 5, 6. There's 8, 10, and 12, and we got that there. Okay. Oh my God, I hate to say it. At this point, I might actually, because I feel more like I'd be driving people away at this point. Whatever this is, it is rough. At this point, I'm kind of waiting on. I won't be able to do it. Oh man, this is awful. Not the build. The build is great. It's whatever's in the weather is not good. And the thing is, I just took a shower to get everything to drain. Got that warm air, you know, the kind of warm, moist air to get everything kind of rolling and going. And yeah, it seems like at this point, whatever is going in the air, it feels like nothing happened. It feels like this medication is doing nothing. Which is surprising, because I'm on a lot of it right now. And it's just doesn't feel like it's doing anything, to be quite honest. Let's see if I can at least get through bag 7. Okay, some more tiles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 7, twos. There's three. We got two of these. Let's see. There's six. So I got a bunch of my stuff in for like my stairs and other things for my little Japanese barbecue shop slash mock thing that I'm building. I was very happy to get those parts, and I was like, yes. So now I can play. But I kind of told myself, I was like, listen, I'm not doing any of that until this gets done. Once this is done, views up and done, then I can play at the Japanese shop and get that finished up. But I did kind of check out some of the stairs and stuff, and I think I've got some. I pulled a few things down while I was kind of waiting, and I pulled a few things down, changed just a few slight things here and there, and I think I've got a good direction on where it's going. And I want to change because I've got. Ooh, is that right? One, two. Nope. I want to change a lot of the direction of. I don't want this to look too much like the Simbo Toys thing, but I also want to make sure that it has, because I love the way that they did their barbecue shops. So there's aspects of the sign work and the storefront and everything that I'm wanting to be very similar, if not close to the same. It is definitely not the same. I have moved quite a bit of things around in hopes to capture a really nice kind of Japanese barbecue shop vibe sort of thing. And I think it'll work. It's pretty cool. It's the apartment up above it that I have to figure out next. I've got pretty much the barbecue joint done. I've got to finish the porch, tile everything, figure out where like the last little bit of stuff is. There's like I think I'm building like a register somewhere. I'd like to kind of explore my parts, find some really good things for the register, and then yeah, kind of go from there. Because I've got the actual sauce toss, the cook. I've got ovens and other things like that in there because it's a barbecue slash eatery. There it is. I'm about to say, I was like, uh-oh, but it's there. It is there. Okay, so we've got the light ones. 1, 2, and then we have a 1x1. Oh man. Oh. And it just keeps flowing, man. It just keeps going. Alright. I'm gonna have to make a decision, guys. 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And then we got an L tile. A light 1x4. Printed rug. 1x8. And then a 2x12 right here. Okay. So I think I'm going to finish up this part of the run. I've been going for about 30 minutes. But this congestion is not getting any better. And it's starting to wear on me, and I want to be able to get up and walk off when I need to. So I think after I finish this particular part of the build, I think I'm going to have to go offline. I'll keep working on it. I just won't have it filmed So this is kind of a shorter run for today. But yeah, this is not a very fun allergy attack, and this is pretty awful, man. I'm not a big fan of this particular feeling right now. Okay, but let's you know what, we might have enough actually to finish up back 7. I think we have enough time. We'll finish up back 7, and then I think I need to call it, because this is something else. All right, so we're going 2 down, 1, 2. There. We're gonna go right here. We got one more stud here. And 1, 2, 1. And these are going to go and line up on here. 1, 2, 1. Okay. So we got a good portion of this floor finished. We'll kind of plate push everything down. Look at that. Got a nice wooden type, tiled sort of. Was it a part? Again, it's like a. You know what? Let me look it up. Let's see. Pull this up here. Wood floors that use tiled slats. It's a parquet. So Parquet, parquet tile floor. So it's kind of. This has a bit of a. Even though I don't know if this is actually wood, but it feels like that's kind of what they're going for, is a parquet style floor right now for this part of the build, and I dig it. I think it looks cool. It's definitely a definite change from the last floor that we did, for sure. And it's, there's nothing wrong with that. It's a good solid look for it. 1x6, 2 1x8s, 1, 2. All right, and then we're gonna start building up. I think for what we're doing on this with the different floors, I like how they have a good use of variety here that is allowing this set to basically breathe and mold and change and not be stagnant and boring. And, it's like they don't have to do like they could just tile everything, but it looks real. It looks a little bit more natural this way by having all the extra things in there, and having the parquet floor and all the pretties. I mean, it looks the part, which is what we like. We like good looking models. Alright, that's going to go across, and then we've got one more tile that's going here. I guess we're starting to build this wall upwards here. So we need 1, 2, and 3. And again, I'm going to go ahead and say, even though this whole floor, it's kind of the same thing build portion wise, it hasn't felt like the same thing. I'm not bored of it, and that's oh my goodness, and that's kind of a big deal, because you don't want to get bored with your build. You don't want to get to a part where there's a lot of repetitiveness and you're like, ugh. But this feels like it's got enough in it that it doesn't feel stagnant and boring. It's like flowing. It feels a little bit better. Oh my goodness. This is awful, guys. This is truly what's going on in my face with the sinuses and everything else. This is gross. That cedar is definitely gross. I'm going to end up getting sick because of this. Never a good sign. Never a good sign when your sinuses are so bad you can't catch a breath and you're like, I'm drowning here. And like seriously, drowning. I'm currently drowning in boogers. And I don't like it. There's not a lot I can do about it right now. It's like I had this urge to keep sneezing, and it's like I don't really have an option to sneeze because my body is not allowing me to sneeze. So it's like whatever's in the air. Dear Lord, please, let's blow this thing away. Let's get rid of it because it is not like the stuff in the air. Lord, not me, not the bill. I mean, but the stuff in the air, it's bad. It's trying to make me sneeze again. Let's see if I can actually sneeze this time. Nope. Alright, well. Yeah, there it goes. Yeah. Oh my god. This is gross. Alright, so yeah, I figured after bag 7, I'm gonna call it, guys. It's a shorter show, man. It's oh, ugh, it's the way that's got to be. And like I said, we don't have a lot of parts left, so I'm trying to speed us along. Maybe Tay, less talk, more build, if I can. Now my nose is running down. Oh, gross. I hate this. Now my head is pounding. This is pretty bad. It's just like constantly just getting more and more and more. It's not very good. Not good at all. Okay, so 1, 2. That go right here. We got this. This is gonna go right on into this brick. This is going here. Let's do it like this. Let's go. We got a long brick right here. What is that? Oh, we had 2 more bites, right? 2 more bites. One, 2. Okay. That one goes right here. This one goes right here. I got this right here. 2 by 6. Now looks like we're building up on top of it. So 1 and the 3 and the 4. I'm wondering if this is like a bathroom or something that we're getting. And this is going right here. Yeah, it looks like some sort of stairs up. So maybe these are stairs going up to the next thing. So if I were to put this here, yeah, it'd be like the entryway and then going up into it. Interestingly enough, it's like we have this entryway, but it's only 3 studs wide. That seems kind of odd. Normally it's 4 studs for us to put like a door. But I guess this is like the porch, stairs up, rug, doors probably going right there. Alright. 1. These right here. This one right here. 2. This one. This one. This one. 1, 2, 3, and then 1 more. And we got stuff for the wall. Gross. Not fun. Not fun. Not the build. Again, the build is great. This knot pocket that's being created on my face is not very fun. I don't like it. Gross. It just keeps going, man. And I'm, like I said, I am on a whole bunch of antihistamines. And nothing seems to be getting better. That is kind of a scary and sad sort of feeling right now. Okay. That's pressed in there. Let's press it all down. So we're building, yeah, so that'll kind of like the porch. That'll go here. And then this will go up to the next floor, which is really cool. Alright, last pieces. We got a bracket, 2 1x2s, 1, 2 1x1s, 2 1x2s, and 3 1x4s. Alright, let's see, where is this going? So it looks like 2, 2, 4, right there, right? Yep. Then we've got this bracket that's going on the interior right here on the corner. Then we've got 1, and then 2, then a plate, brick, plate and brick. Put that one there. Yeah, I got it right. I was just checking because I was like, wait a second, there's like an extra spot. So yeah, I guess it's like a window. Alright, and then yeah, we'd be on bag number 8. Hey, listen, I apologize about this. I know it's only like 47 minutes in. But this is pretty rough. So I am going to call it. If you're watching this later on, because I don't think anyone's watching right now, that's okay. But I will say, if you're watching this down the road, you know, if you haven't subscribed, be sure to subscribe. Hit that bell for notifications, so you can be alerted if anything comes from me to you. Comment down below. What did you like about this? Did you not like having to hear me sniffle the whole time? This is really bad. If you're suffering from mountain cedar too, then yeah, let me know. But yeah, just like this video. It helps you to know what you like what I'm making, and yeah, I'll see you next time. We'll come back. Hopefully I can get this thing under control and I'm no longer dealing with feeling like I'm running snot into my bricks. So yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. Yeah, it's pretty bad. Hey, I love you all. Jesus loves you more. Nothing you can do about it. Good luck with the build and happy brick hunting.